Hi, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Crowded Beaker Solves. And today we're looking at some mole conversions, unit conversions involving the unit of moles, because moles are units that we use all the time in chemistry. We measure the amount of stuff that we have. This is actually the metric unit of the amount of stuff in a sample. And so we need to be able to find out how many moles we have. Now, often we can't really measure moles directly, but we can measure things like grams or volumes and things like that and convert it into the number of moles. So that's what we're going to start doing today with grams to mole conversions. These are typically one-step problems. And the unit of mole is kind of a weird sounding unit. It's tough to get used to maybe at first, but the more you do, the more you get used to it. So my question here is, how many moles would there be in a 6-gram sample of iron? So imagine for a moment I had 6 grams of iron sitting here in front of me, and I want to know how many moles that is. Okay, so the way to do that in one step is first, as with any unit conversion, write down what you have as your starting sample. And I recommend writing the unit, which is grams, but also the chemical symbol of whatever it is you're using so that somebody knows, oh, that's 6 grams of iron, not 6 grams of something else. So I've got that. Then I want to set up a conversion factor. And even if you don't even know how to do moles yet at all, you would know that the grams is going to go on the bottom so that is going to get destroyed. And we want to get to this weird unit of moles on the top. So I'm going to put that on the top. And actually, the abbreviation for moles is MOL. And so then what numbers actually go here? Well, all of the illustrious scientists who have gone before us have figured this stuff out. And all you need to know is to go to your periodic table. All right, and on your periodic table is a couple of things. There's the chemical symbol for the element, there's the atomic number, but then usually right underneath the chemical symbol, it may be somewhere else, but it's usually right underneath, is this number. And if you can read that, 55.845 is the number. And for every element, that number right there represents the number of grams it would take to have a mole of that substance. Every element is unique. Don't try to memorize them, just go find them. And once you find them, you can say, okay, 1 mole of iron is going to weigh 55.845. Should have given myself a little more room there. And then you end up dividing what you have divided by what the weight of an entire mole is. And so when I do this, I get a lengthy number. It comes out on my calculator as 0.091123092. And that's the number of moles of iron that I have. Okay, but that's a lot of digits, and I've been trying to teach you about shortening your answers to the appropriate number of significant digits. And so I go back over here. I only know 2 digits in my original number, and I'm dividing by 5 digits. That's the accepted value. We know those 5 digits. But 2 digits divided by 5 digits means I can really only have 2 non-zero digits in my answer. So I'm actually going to change that and round it to 0.091. And I'm only going to keep the 91, and I'm going to get rid of everything else. And that is the best answer I can report for how many moles of iron would be in that sample. Take the mass you have divided by the mass from the periodic table. Okay, now it's your turn. So I have another question here. We'll put it in there. This is a different element. A 23-gram sample of lead contains how many moles? This is your chance to pause the video for a few seconds, see if you can solve this one, and then come back and we'll check the answers. Okay, so if you have your answer, and it came out to be 0.111 moles of lead, then congratulations, you did a good job. So we do this the same way. 23 grams of lead divided by 207.2 grams of lead, which is its mass from the periodic table. That came from over here. Reminder that lead is Pb because it used to be called plumbum. And we get another nice long number, but because we started with 3, and divided by 4. We're going to end with 3 as our final answer and put a little heart next to it. So there you have it, a quick little grams to moles conversion. We will do a few more of those over the coming days, and that's how you do it. So that's it for this episode. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or if you have a suggestion of a problem you'd like me to try and solve, you can put that in the comments down below. And in the meantime, have a great day and happy solving.